Okay, so lean in a little bit. I'm gonna let you in on some secrets, like the kind of secrets that feel like you just found a cheat code for life, but, for your kitchen.
I mean, that sounds super dramatic, I know, but it's actually true. Think about it. We're all just taught to, spread butter on toast. But what if I told you that is barely scratching the surface? Seriously.
And yeah, you heard me right. We're gonna light it on fire, and it is going to be so good.
So think of me as your kitchen big sister, and this is our little secret playbook. I'm gonna share the tricks that make everything easier, way more impressive, and honestly, just a lot more fun.
Okay, first up, let's get into some impressive party tricks. These are the secrets that look totally insane but taste even better. And trust me, your friends are gonna think you're some kind of culinary wizard, but they're so easy. Okay, first we have to talk about the butter candle. You guys, it is so cool. All you do is mix some soft butter with roasted garlic, fresh herbs, a little salt and pepper, then you pack it into a small paper cup with an edible wick and just pop it in the fridge to get firm. When you're ready to serve, you literally light it like a candle. And as it burns, it makes this perfect little pool of amazing dippable garlic butter. It looks so fancy, but it's just such a simple idea. All right, what about dessert? Like when you need something sweet and dangerously addictive, but you have maybe 10 seconds? Yeah, I got you. This next one is a total lifesaver. This is so simple, it's kind of genius. You just dip some grapes in melted chocolate, and then this is the magic part. You immediately drop them into ice water. The shell freezes instantly. So you get this incredible snap from the chocolate and then this cold, juicy burst from the grape inside. Oh my gosh, you have to be careful. They are so addictive. Okay, let's get into the not so fun part of cooking, right? The prep and the cleanup. Ugh, but we can make it so much easier. These next few hacks are all about making your kitchen life less of a chore. It's all about working smarter, not harder. Have you ever tried to get those perfect, super thin slices of chicken and it just doesn't work? This is for you. All you have to do is place a chopstick on either side of the chicken breast. They act like a perfect guide, and they stop your knife at just the right depth. You get these flawless, even slices every single time. It is a total game changer, especially for things like stir fries. All right, can we talk about cleaning the cheese grater? It's the actual worst, right? Trying to scrape all that cheese out of those tiny holes, it's a nightmare. But what if I told you you never had to do that again? The answer is so ridiculously simple. You just flip your grater sideways. So instead of grating downwards, you grate horizontally. And guess what? All the cheese stays perfectly contained inside the grater. No more cheese all over your cutting board. You just tip it out into your bowl. Done. No mess. It's a tiny little change that completely gets rid of one of the most annoying kitchen tasks ever. And while we're on the subject of annoying prep, bell peppers. You know how you cut it in half and the seeds just explode everywhere? Yeah, stop doing that. Instead, just cut around the curves of the pepper, slicing off the sides. The core and all those messy seeds stay totally attached in one piece. You're just left with these beautiful, clean slices. So much easier. Okay, next chapter, the art of leftovers. Because let's be real, throwing out food feels kind of criminal, but eating sad, soggy leftovers is just depressing. So let's talk about how to bring that food back to its delicious former glory. First rule of leftovers, microwaving pizza should be illegal. I'm serious, it just turns that amazing crust into a sad, soggy, chewy disaster. There is a much better way. Using a pan and a little steam gives you pizza that is honestly as good as it was fresh. I'm talking a crispy base, perfectly melted cheese. It's perfect. And here's how you do it. It's so easy. Pop your slice in a pan over medium heat. Then, and this is key, toss an ice cube in the pan next to the pizza, not on it. Immediately cover it with a lid. So what happens is, the pan crisps up the bottom, while the ice cube creates this perfect little bit of steam to melt the cheese all gooey again, without making anything soggy. It works like magic, I swear. And hey, this isn't just for pizza. If you don't have a microwave, or maybe you just hate them, you can basically make your own steamer for any plate of leftovers. Just scrunch up a ring of aluminum foil, put it in a pot with a little bit of water, and then you can just rest your plate right on top. Put a lid on it, and boom, you have a perfect steamer. All right, for our last section, let's get into some 2-second flavor fixes. We're talking small changes that have a huge impact. These are those little pro details that take your cooking from just good to, oh my gosh, this is amazing.
Okay, promise me you will stop cutting your lemons in half. You are wasting so much juice, seriously. Instead, cut the lemon into segments around the core. That way, you can squeeze each little piece and get almost double the juice out. It's just way more efficient and you won't be wasting any of that precious citrus. This next one isn't even really a cooking hack. It's more of a life hack. You know when you get that dreaded oil stain on your shirt? Ugh, don't panic. Just cover the spot with a thick pile of baking soda. Let it sit for a little while, and then just brush it off. The baking soda literally pulls the grease right out of the fabric. It's gone. It's actual magic. And here's a real pro tip, like a secret chef's know. So many recipes say to throw the garlic and onions in the pan at the same time. Don't do it. Garlic burns way faster, and that high heat just kills its amazing flavor. For the absolute best taste, always add your garlic last, toward the very end of cooking. Just give it enough time to get fragrant, that's all it needs. So there you have it. None of these are crazy complicated, right? They're just these little simple shifts in how you do things that are gonna save you so much time and effort. And it's not just about saving time. They actually make your food taste so much better. I mean, from getting that perfectly crispy pizza to making sure your garlic is super flavored perfectly, your kitchen life is about to get a major upgrade. All right, first up, let's dive into food prep. We're gonna take all those boring little tasks and make them, well, way easier. You know that feeling, right? You buy a big, beautiful bunch of fresh herbs, and then most of it just wilts in the fridge. So here's what you do. Chop them up, put them in an ice cube tray, and just cover them with some olive oil. Pop that in the freezer, and you have these little flavor bombs ready to go anytime.
Oh, and here's a super quick one for eggs. Stop cracking them on the edge of a bowl. Just tap it on a flat countertop instead. You get a clean crack with 0 shells every single time.
Okay, this next one is a huge pet peeve of mine, and it's actually kind of dangerous. That wobbly cutting board that slides all over the counter. The fix is so simple. Just grab a paper towel, get it a little damp, and lay it flat under the board. It will not budge. Seriously, it's a total game changer for safety. Ugh, and garlic. We all love it, but peeling those little cloves can take forever, right? Well, try this. Throw all your cloves into a jar with a lid, screw it on tight, and just shake it like crazy for like 10 seconds. The peels literally just fall right off. It's magic. Okay, you have got to see this next one for getting perfect strawberries with absolutely no waste. All you need is a regular old drinking straw. Just push it out from the bottom of the strawberry and boom, the whole stem pops right out. So clean. Okay, I'm just gonna say it, this next hack is one of those things that really changes everything. Now that we have prep handled, let's talk about making our little breaks, our sips and snacks, even better. So, is there anything more disappointing than when your perfect iced coffee gets a watery and gross halfway through? The solution is so brilliant. Brew some extra coffee, pour it into an ice cube tray, and freeze it. Use those instead of water for ice. Your coffee stays strong to the very last drop. Hey, wait, is that bread getting a little stale and hard? Don't you even think about throwing it out. I know this is gonna sound nuts, but just run the loaf under some tap water for a second. Yep, really. Then pop it in the oven. Give it about 5 minutes, and it comes out with this amazing crispy crust and a perfectly soft warm inside. It's basically brand new. All right, let's get into some of my favorite little tricks for keeping the kitchen clean and tidy without any extra effort. It's all about that zero waste, no mess life. Okay, next time you unwrap a stick of butter, do not throw that wrapper away. You know all that leftover butter clinging to the paper? It's the absolute perfect amount for greasing a baking pan. So simple, no waste. And here's one for sticky stuff like honey. Just rub a tiny bit of oil on your measuring spoon first. Everything will slide right out, no scraping needed. All right, let's solve this once and for all. How in the world do you cut an onion without crying your eyes out? You can forget all those crazy tricks you've heard. The real secret? A very, very sharp knife. It makes a cleaner cut, so it releases fewer of those gases that make you cry. It's literally that simple. And now for the final secret. This is more than a hack. It's like a whole new way of thinking. If your coffee ever tastes a little bit better, just add a tiny, tiny pinch of salt. I'm serious, it completely neutralizes the bitterness and makes it so smooth.
So the big takeaway from all this, you can save time, you can save effort, and honestly, once you know these tricks, you can't go back.
So I have to ask, which one of these amazing game changers are you gonna try out first?